Have you ever tuned into a frequency that feels like it wasn't meant for human ears? I was queuing up a smooth lo-fi track the other day. Background filler, something harmless. Instead, I got static. And then I got a sound so warped and clean, it felt like the moon was DJing through a calendar or something. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another broadcast. You're listening to 96.9 FM, the only radio station in Los Santos where the signals aren't just haunted, they're bilingual. My name's Bishop, washed-up host, part-time conspiracy magnet, and the guy who keeps waking up with glitter on his roof. Now, tonight's show is about, well, it wasn't supposed to happen. Let's make that clear. But the airwaves had other plans. And this is your friendly reminder that if a raccoon starts beatboxing Morse code, don't record it, because that's how they find you. Now, a few nights ago, Blaine County astronomers, yes, we have those, picked up an anomaly. There was bursts of sound tucked between white noise, pulsing like music. And these were coming from space. Now, more specifically, the broadcast was triangulated to Mount Chiliad, and it wasn't really just static, it was music. Now, sort of synth-heavy, echoey, like somebody was spinning a DJ set at zero gravity or something. If you ever heard cosmic chill up through a telescope, which apparently is possible, that's exactly how it was sounding. Now, here's the kicker. A local wildlife photographer spotted a raccoon near the satellite dishes wearing, wait for it, a gaming headset. There was no picture to prove it, and you're gonna call it unrelated, but I'm not. I'm gonna believe his word. Now, when they tried to retrieve the equipment, the raccoon bolted. He climbed into this rusted out RV near the cable car station or something, and the music actually intensified. I know what you're thinking. It's probably gonna be a hoax, because Blaine County's 90% hoaxes and then, I don't know, 10% regrettable tattoos or something. But I think there's this growing theory that what we're hearing isn't just a sound. I think it's a message, some sort of a beacon. Because think about it. If someone wanted to reach us without realizing it, wouldn't they hide their broadcast inside frequencies we usually ignore, like background radiation, static, public access jazz, pop music for elevators, something like that? And if you're an alien DJ trying to throw a party that the government couldn't crash, wouldn't you pick Mount Chiliad? Now, some say the signal is a countdown, others say it's an invitation. There's one Reddit thread that says that it's an RSVP to the Intergalactic Block Party Sector Leonidas BYO Moonshine. I don't know what any of these words mean, but if you do, please let me know in the comment section below. I just think it slaps. Now, let's take just a quick break for the LSPSA break. The public safety announcement for today says, if you're at the Galileo Observatory and the stars begin to hum, don't engage. That's not the Northern Lights. That's a warning. So if your toaster starts playing techno at 3:14 a.m., unplug it. Do not let it reach 3:33 a.m. So unplug it immediately. That has been your nightly PSA from 96.9 FM. So let's get back to the redacted stuff. So a listener named Sylvia, there was no last name, no callback number, nothing, just dropped off a USB drive at the station front gate, and there was no notes, there was nothing, just a file titled Zancudo Deep Priority Read. Now, I opened it, and what I found, it's these emergency scanner recordings. They were kind of spliced together and sort of untraceable, and I transcribed this everything just so you guys can have an idea of what was happening. But this patch says confirmed movement in lower tunnel system, units 3 and 5 divert. If anyone knows what units 3 and 5 divert means, let me know. Unit 3 says there's breathing, not ours, it's rhythmic. And then dispatch goes back and says, you have a level 7 breach. Do not engage. Repeat, do not engage. Unit 5 says, we're not alone. What is this level 7 breach? Unit 3 goes back and says it sees us, and then after that, there was just silence. The recording cuts to dead air. So that was about it. I mean, this could be yet another hoax. But then Fort Zancudo actually released an official statement saying that the training simulation was audio manipulation into it, and please disregard. So, right. And I moonlight as a yoga instructor, right? So the deeper you go into these Fort Zancudo's records, the more black bars you hit, because there's whole months missing from the logs. There's plenty satellite imagery blurred out. I mean, 2025, we should have pretty good cameras now, but still everything is just blurred out. One amateur pilot reported seeing lights, and I'm guessing this is the same lights from the observatory, but they say perfect geometry patterns hovering just beyond the runway he tried to report it. He now reviews air gel on Vinewood Life. Coincidence? I think not. Now, how do I connect all this? So how does weird music from space connects to these secret tunnels under these military bases? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. What if I told you that Mount Chiliad signal is not outbound but inbound? That's right. What if the party broadcast is actually a homing signal guiding something in? I think they're coming. And Fort Zancudo, maybe not the source, but the catcher, right? Sort of a trap, a container, or maybe it's a portal. Maybe they're just trying to tell where to reach us. There's another Reddit theory that claims that Fort Zancudo is sitting on a wormhole nexus, and the military's been intercepting alien transmissions for years, and they're using music as bait. Now, another user handle, Zane sleeps underwater, few numbers here. He claims to have been inside these tunnels. He says that they're not tunnels at all, but tubes, like fiberglass line, organic kind of tubes. He was banned for suspicious grammar, but still, you know. And the raccoon, well, I don't know what the deal it is with the raccoon, but he hasn't blinked in 3 days. I don't think that's normal. And he's not letting go of the gaming headset. Now, we open lines for anyone else picking up strange transmissions, and we got a few calls, so we're just gonna listen to a few people just talking about it. So take it away.
Hey, yeah, I saw 3 raccoons walking in a line, perfect line, like military march. I'm not crazy.
I was out jogging, midnight, you know, and a raccoon just rose up on its back legs and started waving. Man, I'm not going outside again.
They are among us. Look to the trees. The raccoons are the key.
What if this is all part of something bigger, right? A long play. You know, we talked about this before. There's weapon shipments drying up in Los Santos. There's glitches in the ammunition supply grid. And there's plenty of theories that say that arms been rerouted to Leonida, a state we barely have access to. We barely know anything about them. Or maybe just weaponized against what's arriving. So we don't know where these weapons are going, like what's happening, and we want to know, we need to know. Fort Zancudo scanners pick up something moving, but not from the outside, but from within, you know, and I think the music lures it in. Breeding confirms presence, so level 7 breach means maybe full containment failure, and then silence. I mean, the real signal isn't in what we hear, I think, but I think it's in what we don't here. Right, so I tell you what, if this broadcast makes it out, I'm probably gonna be fine. Probably, I don't know. Listen, a lot of you guys been tuning into the broadcast, so I appreciate that. You've been listening to 96.9 FM. I think this is the only radio station where the raccoons tap Morse. The music's not really ours, and the host might have been replaced mid-show, we don't know. I think it's still me. Anyways, tune in the next time if there is one, and remember, if the sky starts humming, it's either a baseline or a warning or a beacon or something else, softly, suspiciously, and possibly for the last time. Thanks for riding shotgun. Bish signing out.